Morning, Town of Brunswick. I'm Sally Costello, the Director of Economic and Community Development for the Town of Brunswick. I'm here on this lovely day to talk to you a little bit about economic development that's going on at Brunswick Landing, the former Naval Air Base, as well as around town in the Cook's Corner area. I'm standing here with one great community partner, Jim Howard, with Priority Realty Group, and he has done a lot of work on the landing, but all around town. He's very committed to Brunswick, and we're actually standing in front of one of his projects, a commercial project, Vivid Cloud, that actually the company incubated here at Tech Place. So I'm going to let him talk a little bit about the project.
Yes, they're a technology company, and obviously based on their name, Vivid Cloud, they help you take all of your data and information and store it in the cloud and create systems for that. So they started out at Tech Place with around 7 employees and about 2,200 square feet, and they grew and ended up taking about 5,000 square feet in one of the hangars. And then they grew to 125 employees and needed a new headquarters. And they also had offices in Massachusetts and decided that Maine and Brunswick Landing would be the place that they'd have their headquarters. So we designed with them this new 20,000 square foot building and built that for them in 2020. And we opened it up in 2021.
That's great. So I hear that they might actually be using the site next door to expand?
Yes. So we permitted a second building for them, which is another 20,000 square foot building, and have room to put up a third building for them. So their long-term plans are that this will be their headquarters, and we'll create a campus for them here over time.
Right. So Jim owns a lot of property here that he's planned to work with Mira and following the master plan, and also sold some land for some housing. We've got a project up the street that's 188 units. It's going to bring some market rate rental units. And so do you want to talk a little bit about the business campus?
Yes, we have right out back of us here, we've just purchased 22 acres of land, and we are permitting that into a business park. Where we'll have about 225,000 square feet of space that'll be available for customers. We've also purchased a couple more lots here along Admiral Fitch for some more office buildings, as well as permitted another 64 apartments here across the street.
Right. So what I think most people don't realize, there's more than 150 businesses here, but there's a variety of uses, and including housing, commercial, and also there's a lot of public space. So a couple of things that we're working on right now are related to recreation, and that's another area where Jim has been very helpful. We're working on redeveloping the site next to the rec center. It's a 10-acre site. It's called the Midcoast Athletic and Recreation Complex, and we're getting ready to start that on August the 14th. So Jim has been a wonderful community partner. He doesn't just do development, he also is very generous with his donations and contributions to helping, a lot of other initiatives around town. So he is going to be recognized at that event, which we're going to be starting that first phase, which is 8 pickleball courts, a skate park, and a perimeter trail and the associated infrastructure. So we're really, really excited about that, and we're really thankful about that. Okay. But Jim is not only a developer, he's a busy guy. He's on a lot of our town committees, so he gives very generous of his time and expertise. We have the Cook's Corner revitalization effort, which is an effort to really redevelop our commercial corridors on Bath Road and Gurnett. Because a lot of people travel through, Cook's Corner. It's our biggest commercial center, but we don't really have a sense of place. We're really trying to fix it up, and we have a lot of vacancies. Jim's helping us with that. He also owns a lot of land there. So you want to talk about why you're interested in being on that committee and what that's like?
Well, we've made a big financial commitment to Brunswick Landing and Cook's Corner. We've invested over $70 million of our own money here at Brunswick Landing, as well as invested about $30 million at Cook's Corner. So we own the Goodwill building and the Sam's property. A year ago, we built Maine Community Bank, their new branch there. We own a bunch of land there. So
and the Dunkin' Donuts and
the Dunkin' Donuts and Bar Harbor Bank and the Rusty Lantern, Irving Store and Market, as well as Dermatology Associates and that property. So it's in our interest to work with you to try to help improve Cook's Corner and Brunswick Landing. Because the better Brunswick Landing does and the more people that come here and the more employees, the better the retail and restaurant area at Cook's Corner will do. So they sort of go hand in hand. So it was easy for us to sort of transition over and say, let's pick up some of those properties that you were talking about. Let's see if we can't renovate them, improve them, and get them full.
So one of the things I just want to say about Jim and Priority Realty is that they are the kind of developer and community partner that really makes things move forward, because they're very, as we said, committed. And not just because he's looking at the bottom line, because he cares about our community. And we want people who are going to stay here. They stay here, they maintain all their properties beautifully. And we really have a very good public-private partnership. And that's the thing that really lifts areas and really makes economic development successful. I think that's what really is making the whole Brunswick Landing successful, is that we've worked very well with Mira and all of the stakeholders. And so I think that doesn't always happen places. So we're really lucky to have you, in our community, and we really appreciate and hope to have a lot more work with you in the future.
Well, thank you. We feel the same way. We can, invest our money out here and have visions for our projects, but we couldn't do them if we didn't get to work with you, with the town planning board, and with Mira. So it's been a good partnership for the last 10 years.
Great. Well, we look forward to more to come.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, Sally.